Views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
From my home state, from Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana. There he is, the host of the Uncle Ducky show, Uncle Ducky. There he is.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from his farmhouse in Allen County, Indiana, the host of the Uncle Ducky Show, the one, the only, Uncle Ducky.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the award-winning Uncle Ducky Show.
Hey, Uncle Ducky.
Yes?
Let's get this show on the road. First of all, you got to go get your hat.
Yes?
Oh, and we have a new word of the month, but it's not exactly what you think it might be.
Okay, so who do I go to talk to about the word of the month, Mr.
You might have talked
McHenry?
to Percy.
Percy, okay.
But in the meantime, we need to get somebody from the audience to set our clock.
Okay, who is that?
Pick somebody from the audience, please.
Okay, would you like to come out and set the clock? Okay, Percy. Oh, hi, how are you? Would you like to set the clock, please? Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Thank you very much.
Good job.
Namaste. So we're doing namaste a lot tonight, and that, okay, so, Percy.
Yes.
Hi, Percy, how are you tonight?
I'm fine, thank you.
So do you have the new word or term of the month tonight, Percy?
The new word is prow. Prow.
Prowl. Prowl. So remember, prowl is a new word of the month. So I'm going to get my hat. Mr. Caulfield, how are you tonight?
Well, sure, and I'm fine, Ducky. And being it's St. Patrick's Day month and you're wearing your green, I must say to you, Aaron Gabra and Shlante.
Okay, sure. What's that?
Aaron Gabra, Ireland forever, and Shlante is to your health.
To your health, okay. And remember, on YouTube, boys and girls, we have a fan club in Ireland. Is that correct?
Sure, that's correct. And Rose is the president. Rose Scullion
Rose Scullion
is the president.
Yes. Well, thank you.
She's not in the basket, though.
No, okay. So in Ireland, they see our show on YouTube, as people from all over the world will eventually see, because this show is going places, I'm telling you right now. All right, thank you. We promote the library, we promote reading. So here's a book that I got, and I get an hour before my granddaughter gets out of elementary school, I read from this book, 50 States, and guess what I learned? I learned that the first public library in the United States from London, or rather Dublin, New Hampshire. Excuse me. Uncle Ducky Show, go ahead, you're on the air.
Oh, Ducky, how are you, darling?
Oh, is this Lady Catherine?
Yes, of course.
Oh, my goodness.
Just a quickie, though, I couldn't help but hear you refer to the first library you thought was ever built, but you would be wrong. The first library ever put in continuous service in 1743 was in Darby, Pennsylvania. Very important that we get our facts straight, Douglas.
Thank you, Lady Catherine, for calling the show. So we learned something new. 17 what, Catherine?
43.
43, okay. So we learned something new tonight. Enter the premises, please. Hey, it's Vicious Venom.
Hey, it's been a while. I just came back from Japan. How's it going?
Japan.
Yes, Japan.
You were in Japan?
I am originally from Japan.
What were
yes.
you doing in Japan?
Training for. I don't wrestle anymore, so I'm just here in Japan, and I came here just for your show.
Sure, thank you.
We're gonna talk about today's word of prowl, right?
Prowl.
Prowl, yes. Yeah, the word prowl. Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
Come on, Jeff.
The word prowl it means not to be a prowler.
Not to be a prowler. Okay, you can go ahead and put that on the stand if
Okay.
you would. Is there a prowler out the window?
I don't know. Is there? Oh my God!
I'm looking out the window. I see a prowler.
Prowler?
No. Okay. The insecurity guard, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
How you been?
Good.
Same here. Being a
Ooh, that's mysterious music.
You don't suppose Betty Forrester is a prowler, do you?
what, Betty?
Yes.
Betty, where you at?
Okay. Well, thank you for being on the show. The insecurity
Do I have my
guard.
job?
Yes.
Yes.
Jeff, the insecurity guard, boys and girls.
At least we're secure.
What's that, Mr. McHenry?
At least we know we're secure now.
Yes,
Safe
we
to
feel
go on,
secure.
safe to
So
continue.
prowl is like prowler. That's an easy word. What do we like last show in February we had errand and prowl. Those are easy words. So there's a soft. You can see. We can't. I'm not going to touch it, but they can walk on snow, and that's how they can catch their prey, like young elk and deer, which sink in the snow. They can basically walk on the top of the snow. The badger. I mean the wolverine.
The wolverine, and they're very ferocious. And for the longest time, early in the 1900s, the University of Michigan football team had 2 live wolverines for their mascots. But they got so dangerous, they ended up saying enough is enough. We can't have these live mascots anymore. And they got rid of the wolverine as their mascot. There you go. It's still their mascot, but not the live wolverine.
Now the mascot that's on the field. What do they call him?
Wow, good question. I don't know that answer.
Okay.
Because we really don't have a true mascot. There's a guy who dresses as a stormtrooper. There's a guy who comes to our tailgate that has the horns on his head, but he's not a Wolverine. And but the alumni have kind of stayed away from having a true Wolverine mascot. So we really don't have a mascot.
And you're wearing Lederhosen.
Because it's our tailgate theme this week is Oktoberfest. And we're playing Wisconsin, very German. So I had to wear Lederhosen.
This is Todd Allen reporting from Ann Arbor, Michigan, right out in front of the big house.
Go Blue.
We're trying to keep up with all the technology here.
Yes.
We've got a new installation here as far as that Campbell soup can that's on the desk there in front of you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Siri as far as we got a discount here as far as it's a product placement thing with Campbell's and stuff like that.
Well, thank you, Norm.
Give that a shot as far as the technology, as far as we're still trying it out, okay?
Okay. So do I talk to the soup can?
Of course, it's always listening.
Okay, so
That's right. Siri is always listening.
Siri, what do you want to talk about tonight?
That is up to you, Mr. Doug.
So Siri has stuff that it does in people's homes because it's 2019. I don't quite believe it, so I'll say, okay, Siri, make it snow.
As you wish.
No, out the window.
Snow.
Okay.
Whoa!
Now, how about, I'm just sitting here, Siri, make the door open.
Open the door.
My goodness. So Siri, you can do
That's
all that?
And of course.
Thank you, Siri, for being on the show. Would you like to come later on in another episode?
Just call. I'm right here.
Thank you.
She knows
There
when
you go.
you're sleeping. She knows when you're awake.
Sounds like Christmas. I hear
That's what
somebody.
Siri's all
Oh, the
about.
doorbell's ringing. Here's somebody out the door.
Ooh,
Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Hathbart. Hi, Doug. Welcome to our award-winning television show.
Well, I can see why. Hi, Uncle Ducky. I have with me today a plant. This is from a bulb.
Yes.
This is a daffodil or a
Yes.
tulip or a jonquil, not a tulip, but a jonquil, and it is grown from bulbs just like tulips and hyacinths and crocus and many other plants.
I see. And when do we plant those bulbs?
Well, that's really a trick question because everybody's going to see these coming up in the yard now, but you don't plant the bulbs now. You plant the bulbs in the fall. They go through the winter, and then they come up in the spring.
Very good. How do I know Doug Hathbart? Doug Hathbart owned Broadview Florists, and every Friday, way long time ago, on WPTA TV with Jay Walker, we would do?
We would do Mr. Green Thumb, and we would do the news.
Yes. Very good. How, if I'm a kid, how do I learn about gardening, Doug?
Well, you know, there's lots of books at the library on gardening. I went into the children's section, and there's just hundreds of books on gardening. I brought a few along.
Yes. Do you think the farmhand might have a few books?
I'll bet he does.
Okay, let's see. Very good. Let's put that right there.
Now back here.
Yeah. Microphone, right?
Okay, so these are some of the books that are in the library that I picked out today. Here's one on bulbs, which is what the daffodil is. And then here's one on plants that survive the desert, which is cactus and succulents. Here's a plant on, look, here's one that eats bugs. That's a Venus flytrap. They eat bugs. There's a lot of interesting books.
Very good. So I understand, I Googled Doug Hathbart on Google, and he's also a professional drummer and an airplane pilot.
That's true. Unfortunately, I don't have a drum today, or I
Yes.
would play it for you.
So we're going to ask Doug Hathbart to come back for our May show, and we'll have him do a little something on a snare drum.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you for being on the show, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
Hey, Uncle Ducky!
Hey!
I'm Jody Extreme.
Yes!
Hi, how are you?
I am good.
Good. Hey, I got something for you to do.
Yes.
You gotta go feed the horses. Here, I brought this for you.
Okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of horses. They sound hungry.
I
Really
gotta go
hungry.
feed the horses.
Yeah, all right.
Don't feed the horses.
Okay. Well, here, I'm gonna put this one back.
That's funny.
You're now,
I gotta take
that
this
horse
off
quieted
first.
right down when Ducky showed up.
I noticed that. Woo!
And, you know, I'm proud to be a farmer because I'm a man outstanding in my field most of the time.
Oh.
And I'm wearing my Purdue tonight because Purdue's in the NCAA as a 3 seed, and Purdue has a school of agriculture where farmers go to learn how to be good farmers.
Yay!
And the word of the month, Prow. Sometimes in the spring I prow the field.
Ooh.
Not
I
the
don't
same.
think so.
Oh.
I don't think that that's that kind of proud.
I thought I had it. I guess I'll have to wait for the definition.
All right. Do we know the definition?
I think that's up to Percy.
Oh, it's up to Percy? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's happening a little later in the show.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay.
give people something to anticipate.
Right, yeah, exactly. Hey. Up, this mic. Okay, I'm getting a high sign all over the place. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, so, hey, I think we have Todd Allen back there. Hey, Todd Allen, are you ready? Are you back there? Todd Allen!
Okay, I'll put the
Hey! Great!
So I was at the Allen County War.
Hold on.
I was at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum because I want Ducky to give me more time on the show, and I noticed there was a big anchor next to the Eternal Flame. So I thought it was and I saw the USS Indianapolis.
Hey,
Yes.
I think that's Mr. Duval Street. I think you should get your attention.
Hi, Mr. Duval Street.
Hey, Todd, how you doing? Hey, I don't mean to embarrass you, but I believe you have the wrong ship.
The wrong ship? Why is that?
In fact, I know you have the wrong ship.
What's that?
In fact, I know you have the wrong ship. The USS Indianapolis is at the bottom of the Pacific. However, the USS Indiana has its anchor at Fort Wayne's beautiful War Memorial Coliseum.
Ooh.
Oh, I see.
It's an honest mistake. These things will happen. The USS Indianapolis has a memorial, however, in Indianapolis, while the USS Indiana has some of its appurtenances down in Bloomington at the Coliseum Stadium down there.
So where at in Indianapolis, Indiana, is the memorial for the USS Indianapolis, Mr. Duval Street?
On the Canal Walk.
Oh, the Canal Walk, okay.
Meanwhile, it may be important to your listeners to know that the Allen County Public Library has a book entitled Out of the Depths, written by a survivor of the USS Indianapolis, and you can find that here at the local library.
Wow.
Oh.
The things you learn by turning into the Uncle Ducky show.
I know.
So we learn stuff from books. So Mr. Duval Street, how many survivors were from the U.S.? Oh, how many survivors were from the USS Indianapolis?
Less than 400, while the ship had over 1,800 participants.
Yes.
Sailors and Marines.
Sailors and Marines. And what precious cargo did they deliver to an island before the end of the Second World War?
Well, as you will recall from the movie Jaws, they delivered the bomb.
They delivered the bomb. Okay. I must go now. Thank you very much. This is Todd Allen reporting.
Yay! Todd Allen!
Jody, extreme.
What?
Hey, Jody.
Yeah.
That was one of the best sections of this Uncle Ducky show we've had in quite a while.
I
A lot
know.
of information.
I learned a lot. So, hey, you know what? I got a video, though. There's a tape segment by percussionist Patrick O'Rourke. Do you think we can play that now? Is that all right?
Hey, Uncle Ducky, I got a street cadence for you. Here we go.
Yes.
Uncle Ducky, yay!
I'm done with my chores. I fed all the horses.
Well, good. That's awesome. Hey, I have one more thing before that I wanted to tell you.
Yes.
I think I'm wrapped up in the cord here. Hold on. Let me get on something else and I'll tell you. Hold on. Okay, let me get on this one. All right, kids, well, hold on. Kids, guess what? Hey, all I have to say is I have a hint about the next show that we're going to do. You remember, I have a marvelous transformation. You remember Betty Forrester?
Yeah.
She has gone through a magical transformation of weight. Yeah. She has lost a lot of weight. And kids, I'm going to give you a hint about next month's show. Okay. Do you see this? These were fries. It's not always about your diet, but that's just a hint. So not always about your diet. All right, Duck, time for me to go.
Namaste.
Bye, kids.
Bye, kids. Excuse me. Uncle Ducky Show, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, Uncle Ducky, it's Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman, how are you?
I'm doing good. I wanted to tell you about a friend of mine. His name is Bob Hunter.
Bob Hunter, yes?
Yes, he grew up in northern Ontario, so far north and so isolated that he had to take a train to get there.
Oh.
That's a picture of him there on the screen with his father.
Yes?
And there is Bob when he was a little boy.
So what was the name of that dog, Bob?
That dog was Sandy.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, I think maybe you know, but Todd Allen is also from Ontario.
He is?
Yes.
What part of Ontario?
Southern Ontario somewhere, I'm not sure where.
Okay. Maybe around Toronto?
It could be, yeah.
Isn't Mrs. Clause from
Yes,
Mississauga,
she is from Toronto.
Ontario?
She's from Toronto as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Greater Toronto, Mississauga, yes.
Yep. Scarborough.
Scarborough, okay, Scarborough, okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
And I think that's about it. Maybe another time I'll give you some more
Okay,
information.
thanks for calling Frosty the Snowman, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.
Okay. So the word of the month is prowl. I think I know what the word means. It's like prowl, like Betty Forrester, prowling. But we're going to find out from Percy here what the word prowl really means. We always can learn something, boys and girls. So go ahead, Percy.
Prow, the word prow is the forwardmost part of a ship's bow that cuts through the water. The prow is the part of the bow above the waterline.
So we just learned what a prowl was. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't know what the word prowl was. I look on the screen, it says P-R-O-W. I thought it was P-R-O-W-L.
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word I heard earlier.
What's that?
That's the word I heard earlier was prowl. Prowl with an L on the end of it.
Yes.
It was prowl, and vicious venom was mentioned in it. And remember, we had the security guard come out and check out the place to make sure there wasn't any prowlers.
Yes. So when we go to our library and read books, we learn things. Uncle Ducky learned what prowl was, and we're going to learn things every month. Thank you.
Hey, I think we have a video for about St. Patty's Day or something.
Yes, it's Todd Allen at Deer Park celebration. It was only 2 days ago, actually, and Uncle Ducky, or rather Todd Allen, had a book, and we will show the video. It's based on the state capitals, and we quiz people, and Todd Allen gave $5 to someone who could name 5 states' capitals. Go ahead and roll it, Norm.
Where are we? We're at the Deer Park. We're at the Deer Park, and it's
PSA for the Allen County Public Library. Read, know your state capitals. First name?
Brandon.
Brandon, here, hold that, okay? So, I'm going to offer someone, some lucky person, Todd Allen, $5. If they can tell me the state capital of the 4 states, Maine, New Hampshire, what was the other state?
New Jersey.
Okay, New Jersey and Vermont.
You want me to go for it?
Yes.
Okay. Maine, Augusta. You said New Hampshire?
Yes.
Concord. Trenton, and what was the last one you said?
South Dakota.
South Dakota, PR.
Congratulations. He won $5.
Luckily ours.
And he knows his state capitals. If you want to learn more about state capitals, go to the library, get a book, read up, and you can be as educated as... Your name is PR?
Brandon.
Brandon. It's Todd Allen reporting. Hey, that was nice. Thank you, Todd.
Very good, very good.
So, Mr. McHenry.
Hey, we gotta clear the state here.
Yes.
Yes.
The insecurity guard, Jeff, ladies and gentlemen.
I was here to clear the set or something. So how's it going?
Good. So, you want the script here? Read the dang thing.
Oh, I'm here to take care of the prowlers. Where are they at? Where are all the prowlers at? Yes.
No
I'm sorry.
prowlers, because
No
we
prowlers.
learn a new word of the month.
Prowlers, yes.
Prow.
Prowl.
So,
This is Siri.
yes.
There are
Yes.
no prowlers.
There's no prowlers on set.
Thank
so
you,
everybody,
Siri. Yes, Siri, right here. This is Siri. Okay, so.
Thank you. There are no prowlers. Perimeter check completed.
Hey, Jody, let's go talk to my conscience. You want to?
Hey, Conscious.
Oh, microphone.
Thank you. Hey, Conscious. How are you tonight?
I'm doing fine. Who is that with you?
That's Uncle Ducky. You
Oh,
should
yeah.
know that.
I think we've met, yes.
Once or twice, right? Good. Good. Hey, have you had, did you remember what the word of the month was?
No, I didn't. I hope that,
Prow.
as in prowler?
Well, you know Betty Forrester's the prowler.
So it wasn't prowl as in prowler, it was prow as in prow the top of the ship from the bow above the water. Is that right, Siri?
Close enough.
Well, you know what? I learned a lot this week.
Yes?
Yes, yeah, I didn't know anything about the War Memorial. I was really impressed with that.
Yes?
Yep, I didn't know anything about the Indianapolis either.
Yes.
So yeah, you know what? I think I want to spend more time at the library.
Yes, and that's how we can learn about things. Yes. Do you want to go and talk to the clock? Let's go talk to TikTok the
Sure,
clock.
okay, let's talk to the clock.
Cuckoo the clock.
Hey, Cuckoo.
And we are out of time.
Okay, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right.